A lot of times people are, they're quizzical about what actually went on behind closed doors with the vote for Pelosi the other day and whether you're actually getting something out of it. I thought that, we're obviously tremendous fans, as you are, of Cori Bush, and she was one of the only people who was very forthcoming about the fact that, yeah, I'm going to be getting some financial help from my city that desperately needs it, and that's worth my support. Can you talk about what it's been like running to represent Cleveland in Ohio's 11th district, and what are some of the things that you're primarily focused on, should you be fortunate enough to represent the district in the next few months?
Yeah, well, this will definitely be an extension of my public service to my community thus far. I was a Cleveland City Councilwoman. I served in the Ohio Senate. Half of the 11th congressional district was in my Senate district. I was a Democratic nominee for Secretary of State in 2014, running against one of the worst secretaries of states in the entire country. I left that election and then went to serve as the chair of party engagement at the Ohio Democratic Party. So my history runs deep. Daughter of the city of Cleveland, daughter of this district, and my love for it runs deep. Economics, jobs, number one priority. How to provide some type of restoration to both individuals and also small businesses. The poor, the working poor, and the barely middle class in this country are suffering. And they've been suffering for a long time, but under the weight of a global pandemic, we can leave no doubt that the fixtures, any illusion or delusion, because some people delusional, but any illusion that the system was working.
Any broken, we know it's fixed.
Say again, Jen?
I said people think it's broken and we know that it's fixed.
It's working exactly as it's intended to work.
Right. Yeah. By design. So and I understand where you guys are coming from, but just as the system was designed to work the way that it does to the disadvantage of the poor, the working poor, and the barely middle class, we on purpose can create a new design. And that is what I am going to Congress to do.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about all this stuff with the hashtag fraud squad and a lot of the crap that the people are getting because they're not doing exactly what people think they should be doing, who have no idea what even goes on behind closed doors. But this concept of we're not going to really be able to get anywhere within the party. And I know you're running as a Democrat. I ran as a Democrat. I have no choice here. Like there is no, that is the option. But I do understand people's defeatism, and what it appears to be is that once people get in, they sort of cruise to the middle. And if not necessarily in what they say, but in kind of what they do. And we need to reinvigorate people. We need to get people to understand that this can be done by people like you.
We also need people to understand, because you're absolutely right. And I love how you guys were opening up saying, we don't know what kind of concessions. And when I say concession, I'm not talking about concession for the individual.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
There are lanes here, and I need people to understand it. They might not necessarily like it, but I need them to understand everything is not always what it seems. Now, sometimes it is, and I get the righteous indignation. When Bernie Kratz and other progressives were in pain in 2016, I was one of the few people to acknowledge that. Like, we're not going to just roll over that and pretend like what happened in 2016 was normal and was okay. It was not normal. It was not okay. So let's pause for a minute and accept the anger and the disappointment and the other emotions, the maelstrom of emotions that people were feeling. See, I didn't dismiss that. So I got that. 2020, there's some similar feelings that we can talk about what happened in that primary. But let's do that maybe on another show. But this is the thing. I need folks not to just out of hand start dismissing folks, because you don't absolutely know what is going on. And especially people who just got there, only been there like 5 minutes, one term. Give people enough space to be able to go in there and maneuver, not sell out. Everything is not, everybody ain't selling out. Now there will become a period of time where you will be able to just outright judge whether or not this person totally sold out, or they been the body snatchers and got them. And so there's the difference between what they said on the trail and actually what they are willing to do. I've served in a body before, and I do, and on our side, the progressive side, the people who are humanitarians, because that's what I am. I'm a hell-raising humanitarian.
Yes, you are.
I am a Democrat, but I'm a hell-raising humanitarian. But this is the thing. Their activists have a role, which is we need an inside-outside game.
Exactly.
That is the role of activists, to hold every elected official accountable, whether you like us or not. See, we can't fall so in love with politicians that we don't hold them accountable. But to just dismiss somebody and create a hashtag, the fraud squad, no, not just that quick already. No, because the very people that we are going to need to be the catalyst for this progressive change that we need, sometimes people need shoring up a little bit. And that's why we need the grassroots out there, saying, hey, we not relenting, we not moving, this is our red line. And then that gives some encouragement, and also courage sometimes is needed, depending on what the issue is, for the progressives and anybody else on the inside, and say, hey, this is what my people are saying, this is what they need, and you know what? I'm going with my people. But everybody, give people enough time. Not I ain't talking about 10 years. And I do understand also that there are some issues. People are dying, literally, and we understand this. People are dying. And so some of these issues, we ain't got no time. I mean, I get the fierce urgency of now, as the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, but I just want us to not totally throw away people who we know, for all intents and purposes, 99% of the time, they are going to be right on those issues, and they're going to stand up and fight. Don't throw them away just like that.
Yeah, I feel like that. I mean, obviously it's more productive to work with people, and especially when you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And really, if somebody is on your team, then you know that because they're not taking corporate money, and so they're working for their constituents. That's what matters.
Way. That is, and you know what else? The great leadership guru, his name is Stephen Covey, and I encourage people to read his books. There's a quote by him. He says, "Seek first to understand, and then to be understood." And some of this is about getting understanding, and also what is your role, and people understanding their role, and everybody playing their role, so that we can get to ultimately where we need to go. Now, some things we need to happen more immediately. Like for me, it is a non-starter to say that it's going to take us 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to have Medicare for all. You know why? Because people are dying. I've met those people both in my district and all across this country. People who have paid into the system. Some people who've never had good health insurance altogether. People who were solidly middle class. They get one illness, cancer, or something of that magnitude, and it takes them out. It is unacceptable that in this hegemon nation, the wealthiest nation on the face of God's green earth, that other of our industrialized sisters and brothers can have some type of universal health care, and we don't. But we're exceptional. We are exceptionally wrong on that. So there's some things: clean water, clean food, clean air. We can't tell people wait 2 years, wait 3 years, wait 5 years until we can get you a guarantee of clean water, clean food, clean air. So there's some things that, no, we don't have time. On climate chaos, we don't have time. There are other things that everything is not what it seems. So seek first to understand, and then to be understood. Now, one other point I want to make on this point is that no two people are always going to agree. Are you guys with me? I mean, I'm married, and I don't agree with my husband all the time. God knows. But I don't just throw him away just because we didn't agree in that moment. Or my son. You know what I mean? Come on. We got to give each other a little more grace than we have given each other. Come on, let's do this in 2021. Let's give each other just a little more grace.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.